Okay, so today we're learning about converting fractions to decimals and vice versa, doing fractions or decimals to fractions as well. And this is from section 7.1, page 333 in our textbook. Just in case somebody happens to look at this is the textbook I'm working off of that's not in this class. Just saying, you never know. I'm putting this out into the YouTube world. All right, so right here, let's start with a decimal to a fraction, like 5.3. If you know your place values before the decimal, these are whole numbers, right? And you know here is the tenths place. Next would be the hundredths place, the thousandths place, the 10,000ths place. So if you know your place value, you should know that this represents a whole. So it would be, we're going to use expanded notation here to solve these. So 5.3, you have 5 wholes. In expanded notation, this would be equals 5 plus 3 tenths. Why 3 tenths? Because your 3 as after the decimal point, the first place value is the tens place. Okay. And so mixed in mixed in a mixed fraction, this would be 5 and 3/10 equals 5 times 10 is 50, and then the 3 plus the 3, 53 tenths. So then we're going to move over here to this decimal, just to build on why we're doing the next steps with the fraction to decimals. Let's say you have 12.61843. Well, how are we going to write that in expanded notation? Okay, well, I underlined the first part, the 1. Since it's in the whole numbers, right? This is 10 right here. So 1 times 10 to the first power, because 10 to the first power is just 10. So 1 times 10, you have your 10 here. Then next is the 2 here. Okay, well, that's in the ones place. So 2 times 10 to the 0, because 10 raised to the 0 power is actually just 1. So you're actually saying 2 times 1 here. So there's that. Plus 6 times 10 to the negative 1. Because this is your tenths place, but you're going in the negative, you see. And then 1 here is in the hundredths place, right? So it's negative 2, okay? So because 10 times 10 is what? Is 100. So, but it's in the negative. It's in the hundredths, not, where you would get that, and so on. So the 8th, you could actually think of it this way. This is 3 zeros, the 1,000ths place. This is 2 zeros, the hundredths place. This is 1 0, the tens place. You could think of it that way, and you're going back until you get to 3, which is the 10,000ths. So there's 5 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're at the 10,000ths place. Okay. So let's see. Fractions to decimals. 25 over 10. Okay. So in 25 over 10, you have 2 times 10 in expanded notation plus 5. 2 times 10 is 20. That takes care of your tens place. 5 is in your ones place. Over 10. Now this, if you were to keep going, 2 times 10 over 10 to take care of your tens place, plus 5 over 10. Okay, what's 2 times 10? It's 20, right? So you would have a whole here, actually. Okay, so because 20 over 10, that would make 2. Okay, so this would equal 2, excuse me, 2 wholes plus
Does anybody have an extra book that she can either take a picture of or that she could use?
5 tenths. Okay, so now you have 2 before your decimal place, because you know those are wholes. And then you have 5/10. Well, it says 5/10, so it's going to be in the tenths place. The 5 is going to go in the tenths place, not the hundreds place, not the thousands place. And your answer is 2.5. Now let's take another example. We'll call this one A. B. 56 over 100 equals, okay? Let's see how we're going to do this. We have in the tens place, so 5 times 10 plus what? 6 in your ones place. Over, now here's where you have to remember. You're going to turn this into the powers. You know, use powers to define this. So what's this written in, you know, raising to a power? So 10 squared is the same as 100, right? So 10 to the second power makes 100. All right, so then you go here and you say, okay, well, 5 times 10, we're going to expand that. Having problems here with my pencil. 5 times 10 over, remember you have your 10 to the second, plus 6 to the 10 squared for your ones place. Okay, so 5 times 10 is 50. 50 over 100. You don't have a whole, you have a half there. Because 50 and 100, 50 is half of that. So you don't have any holes. So this equals 0 in the wholes place. Plus, okay. Then here is where you're going to get, it's going to get, you have to remember, you have 10 to the square and 10 over here. These powers actually cancel each other out. Imagine that you're saying 1 here, okay? That's really what that says. So if I was to cross out, 1 goes into 1 one time, you know, 1 goes into 2. So I think, I'm sorry, I shouldn't say it that way. They cancel each other out. So 1, you have 1 left. So 5 over 10 to the 1 power is left. Plus 6 to the 10 squared. Now, how are you going to write this in a decimal point? Well, you have no whole numbers. Remember, it's 0. So there's 0 there. Then this says 5/10, right? 5 to the 10th, just 1 10. 10 to the 1 power is just 10, so it's the tenths place. You could do the negatives if you wanted to, but so this goes here. And then 6 to the, and then it's 10 squares. Well, it's in the negative, so 10 times 10, so it's in the hundreds place. And then your answer is 0.56. Okay. All right, and so that should be it. You could get more difficult and try the 10th, let's see, 205 over the 10 thousandths. But you would expand that out. I guess I could work it out. All right. 2. This would be 2 times 10 squared, because you have 200 here. 10 squared is 100. 2 times 100 is 200, okay? Plus 0 times 10 to the 1. Now, 0 times 10 is just 0, right? 10 to the 1, that means 10, so it's 0 times 10, basically, is what that's saying, because we have 0 in the tens place. Plus 5, okay, in your ones place. Now, what is this in exponential form or in powers form? Okay, it's 10 to the 4th power, because 1, 2, 3, 4. You could think of it that way, as 4 zeros, or 10 times 10 times 10 times 10 is 10,000. Either way you want to think about it. All right, and so then that goes to here, 2 times 10 to the squared over 10 fourths plus 0 times 10 to the 1 over, again, 10 fourths plus 5 to the 10 fourths over 10 to the raised to the fourth power. Okay, so then you want to do the same thing you did before, which is cross out the powers that cancel each other out. So 2 and 4, 2 from 4 cancels out here. This one here cancels out this one you have to the third power. And you don't have any up here, so you can't cancel out anything here. So you end up with equals 2 over, because this one canceled out, okay, 2 over 10 squared plus 0, because this one cancels out, so it's just 0, 10 thirds plus 5 over 10 fourths, okay? Now, this is 10 to the second power. So it's in the what is it? Hundredths place. So remember that this is a hundredths place. So you don't have anything in the tens place. So there needs to be a 0 there. This one is in the thousandths place because there's 3 zeros. So, wait a minute, did I do that right? Oh, 2, sorry. 2 in the hundredths place. So tens place, 2 in the hundredths place, then 0 in the thousandths place, and then the 10 thousandths, there's a 5. And then that's your answer there.